What's poppin', people? Zinx isn't here today, but he wanted me to record this shit. So I got ourselves a 1965 6x6 amphibious wheeler here. I'm gonna refurbish it. So, first problem is that it's out here. I gotta get it into my garage. So, that's something. But this will probably take a couple months. But this thing's gonna look nice. I'm gonna paint it black, get some JB weld and all these holes around here. Motor frickin' fell off. Hit a bump driving home with it. Like the frickin' retarded thing fell apart. There was a battery in here. Yeah, it's probably shit now. It's been sitting in water all winter. But overall, I'm excited to see what I can do with this thing. Your boy Zinx will be back here soon enough. But yeah, I'll get started. It's too heavy for me to push it, so I figured I'd just pull it with a retarded shit fucking four-wheeler. Come on. There we go. Jesus, this thing's stuck. Shit. Fucking wheels undone. I freaking hate plows. I hate snow. I hate everything to do with cold. This is not as bad as I said. Alright, so this thing should start, because I just want... Come on. There we go. They have an official tow hitch yet. Like, it's got a hole someone drilled in it, and it's got a frame. So maybe I can pull it like that. I don't actually remember how I got it back here. I think I used like the tractor or something. Like, I think we might have picked it up. But now I'm by myself, and well, let's see how this clusterfuck goes. I don't even know if this wheels or if the brakes are on. I don't even know if this thing has brakes. I have driven this thing for a solid 30 seconds until the motor fell off. Oh, shit. But it drives like a tank, you know? With the two sticks there. Alright. Let's see how the fuck this goes. Shit. I think I might have forgotten to tie a knot. Yeah, forgot to tie a fucking knot. Alright, tied a better knot. Let's see how the fuck this thing works now. There we go. This way, come on. Come on, little buddy. No, we're going the wrong way. God damn it, this way. There we go. Figure out how the hell I'm gonna slow this thing down. We got a hill coming up here. Okay. Might have to do something a little bit different. Alright, a couple things I noticed when I was putting this thing in here. This thing is big, like really big. A lot bigger than I thought it was. It's like one of them small European cars. It's like the size of that. Secondly, there's no like handholds. Like every piece of plastic is like breaking, so you can't hold it anywhere except for that rope. And so like finally I got in here. And first step, probably take this thing off, the capsule. Second step, take the stupid motor off. I don't even know if that's the motor I'm going to use. I don't even know if this motor works. I mean, it's got a pull start. I think it's also got electric start. And I mean, this obviously isn't the stock exhaust. I don't know what the fuck this thing is. It's like reminds me of one of those shark fins that sticks out off the top. I think this is like so you can mount an electric motor on it, or a little gas motor, because this thing's amphibious. And yeah. All right, let's get going. All right. Now that that's over, we're gonna. That's some nasty shit in my throat. Dang. All right. Now, this is a very crucial stage I like to call the defuculating. Now, as you can see, things here are fuculated. All right. Like, look at this ground. You think that's the stock ground? No, it's not. This drive cable is supposed to be over here. I mean, shit doesn't make sense. I mean, look at this throttle assembly. That was how it was. There was literally, it was this and a spring holding it to the frickin' thing. I mean, it's fuculated. I can't make sense of it, so I need to figure out how to do that. This needs to be welded. A lot of this shit. This, where the seats go, this is fucked. I mean, maybe it's supposed to like lean forward like this, but I don't think it is. No, it's definitely not supposed to lean forward like that. So I'm probably going to take this entire assembly out so I can weld it, because I don't want sparks and shit burning holes in this. Plus I want to patch all this stuff up, some JB welds. So yeah, let's wish me luck. I don't even know how this thing goes on. I think it's literally just you take the wheels off and this is how it, and this whole frame comes out. And I mean, that engine was heavy. Pulling that thing out, it's like a thing, I just want to chunk it out of there, but you got to be careful with it. This frame is probably going to be heavy as shit too. Okay, I'll put that over there. Get that freaking dirt bike out of here. Either way, let's figure this thing out. Alright, little recap of where I am. I pulled all these wheels off. Now I got to get the rims off. I got two tubes that are going to go in them, because two of them are flat. One of them, this one's here, is filled with water and it sounds like nails and shit. There's a bunch of metal in there. I have no idea why. Maybe to weigh it down or something. Secondly, I gotta get this frame out. And how I do that is these things. It's pretty much the only thing holding the frame in. You see I got the chain that wraps up under here. You got this little cocksucker. Like that. Think about how much wear that is. And I'll be honest, people in the 60s did not design things super well. I mean, maybe if it works, but like going faster than 25 miles an hour on these things, that'd probably like get so fucking hot. I don't know. I guess I'm no engineer, but it just seems like a bad idea. Anyways, I guess I'll have to lubricate all that shit. And yeah. Alright, something else I gotta do. Gotta paint the body. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna scratch it up. It's a brush here. That way the paint has something to stick to. It takes all these impurities out, so it's kind of like a rough, I guess, sand on the plastic. I'm also going to epoxy up a lot of these holes. I mean, these do go to the frame, but I may re-tap them just because these are getting a little old. And you can tap this type of epoxy I'm going to be using. JB Weld, that's what's going on here. I bought two actual epoxies, but I'll probably just use JB Weld. You see, I'm worried about it. Had some handle holders here and there. I feel like those would be really useful because this shit's going to be bouncing around all the time. But I don't know where else I'm going to find them. Can't exactly go buy parts on this for this on Amazon. So I guess it's just going to have to go without. So I ended up using this adhesive made by DAP. The only difference between that and the JB Weld, the JB Weld's a lot stronger, but it's a double, you have to actually mix it. This one you just pour it out, and because of that it takes 24 hours to cure. So I'm probably not going to get to painting today, which is a little bit of a pain, but I guess it's fine. It comes out a lot smoother. As you can see, it just pops right in there versus the JB Weld, since you actually have to spread it out. Kind of gets all over the place, which, I mean, it doesn't matter. I'm going to sand it anyways. But the JB Weld says to be fully cured, you're able to paint over it in an hour, versus the DAP, it takes 24 hours to cure. And I'm pretty sure because it's not, I think it reacts with the oxygen in the air. It has to, because you don't mix it with anything. Because of that, it's going to take a little bit longer, and I don't think I can paint over it. The other one, I would paint over it in probably 20 minutes once it gets hard, because it gets hard in 5. But I mean, I know the DAP's not going to be as tough as the JB Weld, but I mean, all this stuff here, I mean, I'm just going to be retapping it anyways, so I'm not too worried about it. Versus the hull, you're going to get water on the inside of that, and because this thing's amphibious, you know, I'm going to be driving in the water, so I want to make sure it's not going to be leaking and I'm not going to be drowning because I can't swim too well. I don't want to die in the water like some sort of, I don't know. Worst thing about working on old shit, rotted bolts. Other side, this bolt here was rotted, so I had to cut it off with a grinder. I guess I could have drilled it out. I mean, you can't really see, it's dark back there with the camera, but I just decided to cut it off because that would be easier, but now it's still stuck, so I might have to take the drill and drill the rest of that bolt out, which is going to be a pain in the ass. Oh, looks like we got another strip screw, so let's, so I like to call, defucculate it. Ah, shit, I gotta go from underneath. Alright. Burned my hands last time. Easy peasy. I gotta say, I'm a little bit of a goddamn genius. So, this chain's here. Lots of chains. I don't like chains. In fact, I don't know who does. And these are the sprockets they go on. Here. And so in order to get them out, you gotta take the slack out of the chain, like play with them in these little holes here, right? So what I did, this is good instruction for the rest of you ever dealing with chains. I ran this underneath the chain, sort of like that, to push it up from the hooks, but like within enough distance so that it would work within the slack, and then I was able to pull it out. So using a piece of paper, like tough paper like that works really well. So that should make the rest of this project go pretty easy. And a little tip for you retards out there. So I started to paint it, but then realized I forgot that I was making a video on this, so figured I'd cover this part. So we started to paint it. So we got, I don't remember if this was in the video, but we got the tub out. These are all the axles, pulled all them out. Here you have the body. Zinx is going to be wire brushing that. Kind of already started there. I want to get most of the painting done. Transmission, I'll crack that open a little bit later here. Engine, I don't know if I'm going to stay with this engine. I've been looking at some really nice ones from Craigslist. Because of this engine setup, literally any engine I can just slap this little clutch part on and that belt grabber, and it should go. And any snowmobile engine will already have one of these on there. So, alright, let's get painting. I think it looks good. This front part here looks good so far, but let's keep going. Light on the first cover here. Don't want to put it on there too heavy. I don't want any drips. Looking good, looking good. I just hope it sticks. I realize I probably could have cleaned this thing off more, but that takes effort and time, and I don't know. It's good enough. It doesn't have to be perfect, you know? Perfectionists just drive themselves crazy. This is a tip today. Perfectionists just drive themselves crazy. Don't be a perfectionist, alright? Nobody cares. You're the only one that cares, you know? If there's some paint that peels off this, I don't care. Still look cool, you know? Being a perfectionist isn't cool. Being a perfectionist is, I don't know, stupid, retarded. Well, look who decided to show up. Zinx to his own video 2.5 days later. But Zinx is up here cleaning this thing off. We got the body off, top off, transmission, tires, engine, axles, literally everything, chains, is taken off this thing. We have it bare bones, and
basically now we're just, you know, wire brushing it, trying to get all the surface rust off as much as we can, and get it ready for whatever's next. If it's sandblasting, painting, or whatever we do, it's gonna be ready.